by now you guys have made these edge loops. Okay, one going down here, one going across down the arm, and across through the back, and one edge loop going all the way down and under the foot. Okay, and you guys should have also rounded the edges, and what I mean by that is your legs have curvature instead of a flat face right here all the way around. Okay, kind of looks still like a drumstick or something. Alright, and your arms also are with edge loops that have curvature. Okay, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Right? And when you do that, you're going to smooth it and press 3, and you're going to see that you get a lot more of an organic look, meaning it looks like an arm, not a flat square with like rounded corners. Okay, so you want to avoid that. All right, so what I want to move ahead and take a look at is adding some details that you guys are going to need for your characters. What we can do with this, I think this is nicely set up to create some toes. All right, so who in here has characters that has some toes? Toes? Yeah, you have toes? You're going to have toes with claws.
I mean, just give them shoes and rework the legs.
Okay, you're probably going to have toes of some sort. So with this setup, what we're going to do is we're going to create some toes for this monster. Okay, and we're also going to make sure that the bottom of the feet have a strong foundation. So I want you guys to write down what I do. All right, you know, just take notes so that you have that as you apply it to your own character. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I actually want to flatten the feet. Right now, my feet definitely look flat like this, but when I smooth it, it loses a lot of the dimension of that flatness. So what I can do is I can just select the bottoms of my feet and I can extrude it. Okay, and once I extrude it, you can see that it really flattens that, right? Just by adding an extra extrude on the bottom of my feet. Okay, and you can also, I just made it, just pressed 1. You can also slightly scale it down like that. Okay, so that's a very common way of flattening your feet, okay, of dealing with your feet. Now let's say he has 3 toes, okay, but there's only 2 faces showing up here. So how would I create 3 divisions here? Well, you know, one thing you might think is, why don't we just insert an edge that's going all the way, right? It's going to go all the way up again, all the way around. Okay, that may work for this character, but it may not, right? Sometimes you may not want to add an edge loop that's like, you know, it's going to look like this. Okay, I might not need all that information for the whole body. Okay, so another way to add some definition is to do it partially in here, right? So I'm going to use the multi-cut tool, and what I can do is come from either here or here or here, right? Okay, so I can do something like this. I didn't end right there because, okay, so I can end it. No, it's not liking this cut for some reason. I don't know why.
Why
Okay.
it won't work if it's ended there?
No, it will, but it's just creating a 5-edged. Okay. Sometimes I'm wondering why that's happening. Okay, there's always like a reason why mathematically it doesn't want to do the cut. Just rule of thumb, you guys, you want triangles are okay, but you really don't want 5-sided faces. So I was just trying to avoid a 5-sided face. Those are not merged, so let's see if I can merge them. Okay, so it seemed to do that okay. Okay, I would prefer just to go this way, but that's okay. Okay, I'm not going to see those edges, really, on the bottom of the foot. So as long as I have the 3 divisions here, and they're triangles or quads, then you're okay. All right, so I'm creating this base here from which I'm going to pull my toes. Okay. I have a triangle here, which is okay. Later on, I might add more edge loops here, and I might clean this up, making the edge go all the way around. This is just the beginning stages, so you can leave your triangles because you're going to come back and later on have other triangles that you can then make quads out of. All right, so now I'm going to pull these faces out. But before you start pulling out, just make sure you get the shape down. And right now I'm not working off drawings, so ideally I'll be working off the drawings. So once again, you're going to be extruding. So some of you guys did this with the modeling of the hand assignment, right? So you may extrude, and depends on what the foot looks like, but maybe it widens, extrude, tapers in. Okay, something like this. Maybe it's stubbier, and maybe there's some claws happening, right? So if I want some claws, I can create some kind of crease like this. Let's undo. Okay, so I scaled it down, and then I'm going to scale this other one out a little bit. Okay. Okay, it kind of looks like a wolf. Okay, so I did that one edge loop to set the crease, and then now when I move back my the other edge in, it'll look like there's a separation between the skin and the nail. And this is how you're going to set up a lot of the things that are happening on the model, right? If your leg is in one area and then you have pants over him, you can do that by adding edge loops. Okay, so I'm going to do this to all 3 toes. Okay, once again, if I had drawings, it would be much better, right? But I'm just going to start to sculpt this. Okay, and this foot's gonna transform. Okay. So you guys want to try this? Awesome.